GuruDog bloopers take 6.
There's bloopers aplenty, that's for sure. We've had a few. It's usually the crew's fault.
It is. Can you be quiet back there, please? You two. You two over there. Shh. It's go time. So these seats are good.
Yeah. I chosen for the ambience. What are we going to say? Who's got the script?
John! Oh. You ready, John?
Hello GuruDoggers. We're here for another episode of Framing Australia, but this time it's a little different. This time there's no room for foolishness and silliness. Ashley?
There is not, no. So this is very serious. This is my serious face I have on today.
Yeah.
And for a good reason. Shall we talk about what the reason is, Donald?
The reason is because this Framing Australia is touching on the topic of the bushfires that have recently ravaged our great land of Australia. Here in South Australia we've had 2 areas of significant damage, the greatest being in Kangaroo Island, which a huge percentage of the island has just been wiped clean, really.
We didn't get over to take photos.
We did not get over there to cover that, but we did get up to Cuddly Creek. That whole area of Cuddly Creek, Lenswood, up in the Adelaide Hills. It's actually quite amazing to see just how much damage has been done. And then again, the incredible work of our fireys to stop it destroying some of the properties. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, it blew me away. I mean, you'd be going along and there'd be just total devastation all along, and then suddenly it just stopped, and a house was saved, and then it'd be burned all around us. So I reckon we need to take our hats off for the CFS and the MFS who obviously worked around the clock saving all these properties. Just incredible devastation and sadness, and we're not going to glorify any of the ruins or anything like that. It's all about the vegetation, and the regrowth really is what is amazing, and how quick things fight back, you know, from absolute nothing to within the space of a week. We went back twice to see the new growth. It's incredible, but it's a really bad time in the
very
state's
sad
history, and
the sense of gloom and just, you know, it just hung in the air. The smell 4 weeks later, and you still smell like the smoke is still in the air, even though it wasn't. But it was just quite incredible, and the devastation in some places is just frightening to see. You don't realise until you actually see a property where it's obviously just gone through in an absolute flood of fire and just taken everything. And people have just had to walk off the land and find a life elsewhere now, and it's incredible.
And even that, I mean, they're losing
everything,
all their orchards and things like that. You know, their house was saved, but they had lost all their income. You know, like and shops. And Loberthorpe, I think, was the most amazing, because Loberthorpe came right down to
up to the town, right onto the edge of town.
Unbelievable, like just it must have been frightening. So what we're doing, we just put a few photos together and just a bit of
footage just to give you an idea, because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to. Well, they just don't see this sort of stuff, you know. So we thought, we'll just show a little bit of what it's like after a bushfire goes through an area like that. And we just feel very sad and sorry for the people who've suffered as a result. So,
of course, there's lots of things you can throw money at to donate all the time. So, if you see the opportunity, and you know what they say on TV, don't they? Get up there and support the towns. And I know the day we went there, Loberthorpe was just jam-packed with people, so that was really encouraging to see. You know, so
terrific.
But still get behind them, because there's a lot of pain and sadness still. I mean, we're talking a couple of months after now, and but it's still worth getting up there and supporting the local industry up there. So.
Absolutely.
So, you know, have a look at this. We normally say enjoy. But just be aware of what's happening.
Just hope
if you
people
can support
appreciate,
people up there.
Just hope people can appreciate what's happened, you know, because it's ridiculous. We were looking at some of the stats, and Oh my goodness! You know, the amount in Australia, these bushfires was something like 186,000 square kilometres just wiped out with bushfire. Now that's so big that all of England is 130,000 square miles.
It's crazy.
It's much bigger than England. It's bigger. It's bigger than
Kangaroo Island was burnt.
Yeah. Half to 2/3 of Kangaroo Island is gone, destroyed. So much wildlife gone. It's actually a bigger area than 33 of the 50 states of the United States.
That's incredible.
You know, that's hard to imagine, but that's what happened in a matter of a week or two here in Australia with the bushfires. So if that gives you some perspective, then you'll understand why it's been a pretty hard time here.
So sit back, have a look. And like I say, I think importantly, if you can get the opportunity to get up there and support the local communities, that would be fantastic. So
Brilliant.
Here's another GuruDog, and the next one is probably going to be back to our stupidity and our smiley faces.
Our normality.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Enjoy. GuruDoggers. It feels like it's been quite some time since we've been out on the road, and today, sadly, we're in the Adelaide Hills. This has been a bit of a two-part recording for us because we thought we'd just have a look at the devastation from the Adelaide Hills fires, which was, you know,
bit average,
pretty bad. So last week we came up, it was raining and very wet, and it was interesting to see how much new growth had already started probably a week and a half after the bushfires. So we thought we'd come back this week and see how much further along we've got now with the regrowth. But it's incredible how quickly it all comes back. So
regenerates, I think, is the word you're looking for.
That is a word. I don't think I was looking for that particular word.
No, you were. You might not have thought it.
No, not at all.
In the back of your mind. In the back of your mind.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to go and have a look and take some photos and talk some more rubbish like we usually do. And hopefully we can just put a little package together so you can see how badly hit the Adelaide Hills was, unfortunately. So, any hoozle, we'll see you a bit later. Cheerio.
Last week, it's weeks after the fires and you can still smell.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty strong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
is a road through here, and we just come across, and there's you can see the damage is quite severe, and you know, people lose absolutely everything, and especially in this case here, this house we're going to go by. And like I say, we're not doing this, we don't want to glorify, we feel very sorry for these people, but it is incredible the intense heat that goes through, and you know, turns water tanks like that into just scrap metal, and the house is gone. Pretty much these poor buggers would have lost everything they got.
Yeah. You just wonder, their lives have just changed in a matter of minutes.
Right, with the intensity of this fire, it would have been a matter of seconds. We would have ripped through here and just devastated
House
everything
gone.
in its path.
All this equipment that they would have used to look after the land. Some of it's pretty old, but yeah, just everything is just burnt.
And in all of that, look at the green fields around it. So it's taken 2 weeks and a bit of rain, and everything's coming back. So it's an incredible cycle. But for these poor people, most of their belongings they will never get back. So there you go. It's pretty hard to look at.
Incredibly sad and hard to comprehend. Here you can see just a small example of some of the devastation that can happen to a property. And this is just one of many throughout South Australia and Australia during this bushfire season. All this equipment destroyed in minutes. The house, which we won't show you pictures of, but the house gone, completely gone. Just nothing but rubble on the ground. And on this day, several weeks later, there it was, smoke in the air again. You can see that in these pictures here behind the vines, floating in the valleys behind is the smoke of more fires. Fortunately, they didn't get to the extent that these terrible ones did, but all the same, it must put nothing but extreme fear into the hearts of people who live in the hills at this time of year. Whenever they see that smoke, whenever they hear of fires, it must be just terrifying. That's it for this special edition of Framing Australia. Just a little episode to give a small glimpse into some of what has happened here with the bushfires over our summer. We'll be back soon with another episode of Framing Australia, but next time it'll be back to our normal silliness. Please like, hit that little thumbs up and subscribe. And leave a comment, let us know what you think of this. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. GuruDog, Framing Australia.
And hopefully we can just put a little package together so you can see how badly hit the Adelaide Hills was, unfortunately.
Because we're... No. Speaking of little packages.
You won't be seeing any little packages from us. But, not